Welcome to the Relationship Economy. I'm Deragon, and I'm your host. This show will be discussing the intersection of technology and its impact on human behavior. There's a blog, we write about it all the time, wrote a book about it, and now we have a show. Today's show, however, we have a special guest, Mike O'Neill with Integrated Alliance. Mike, good to see you.
Thank you, Jay.
Let me explain who Mike is. If you don't know this, there's very few people who could be considered experts in anything. And with LinkedIn's growth and its addition of functions and features that enable people to do a lot of things, there's few people in the country or in the world that could be considered an expert. Well, we have the expert here with Mike. His company, Integrated Alliance, provides guidance, education, support, and training all over the United States to people and businesses about LinkedIn. So today's questions are going to be relative to LinkedIn. And a lot of people have a lot of questions about LinkedIn. And recently, because of the economic conditions and the unemployment rate rising, LinkedIn is gaining a new member every single second. So, Mike, what would you say is the top 5 things that people need to know when they come into LinkedIn about LinkedIn?
Well, there's a certain order and a methodology. Picture a car going down the assembly line. You wouldn't put the motor in first. You got to put the wheels on first, right? Doesn't move very fast.
Right.
With me?
Yeah.
And the body goes on last and the paint goes on last. So there's a methodology. So let me share with you the methodology that we've developed, and it comes from doing 250 sessions, over 5,000 people we've trained, and it wasn't always so good. You don't start out being great, do you?
No.
You start out by fumbling a few times. You get along the way. You know, we fumbled once or twice. So it starts out with a profile. Until your profile is really set, you really don't want to attract a lot of attention to it. It's like going outside without your clothes on, or without, there's a certain order. The underwear doesn't go on the outside. Can we agree on that?
I got that.
Okay, so you get the order. So the profile happens first, and then the network building part comes into play. Because now that you look good, you want to go show yourself off. You're all dressed up, ready to go out. So that's where you build your network. After that, you've got a network and you've got a profile now. Now you can go search and go find some stuff. Go dig some stuff up. Filter some stuff out of that database called LinkedIn that fits these criteria that might be based on words or locations. So you got the people now. Then we get to communicating with them. And LinkedIn has 5 different ways to communicate with people and a different strategy for each one that's based on a number of factors, including whether you're connected with them, whether you know them, maybe whether there's someone you need to respect a lot or someone that is more like a peer level. And after that, then you can start to do your business, which might be sales and marketing, it might be recruiting, might have to do with finding a job, might have to do with saving your job and not getting on the RIF list. So those are the kind of things that are going out there, and it starts with profiles, though, and that's the root of all of it.
Very good. A lot of people ask me this question, but what would you say is the difference? What makes LinkedIn so uniquely different than, say, a Facebook?
A lot of things. Now, there's one thing in particular that makes it different, and it's called 3 degrees. So let's do a little math, Jay.
Okay.
So if I'm on Facebook and I have 3 friends, how many people are in my network?
Using the math, thousands?
3.
Okay.
I have 3. When I search, I have 3. It's a good question. A trick question, wasn't it?
It is.
Now, in LinkedIn, if I have 3 connections, how big's my network?
Thousands.
My dad has 1 connection. Bernie O'Neill, 1 connection. 2.5 million people in this network.
Wow.
That's because it's x cubed instead of 3x. It's that exponential thing that happens out there.
That's phenomenal. I bet you many people don't realize that little power of LinkedIn.
And it's not available in any other systems that I know. At least certainly
Wow.
not the business systems that I know. And through the power of that, I say, Jay, I know you pretty well, but I don't know who you know. I know a few people.
Yeah.
But you got how many connections?
4,000.
4,000. I don't know all 4,000 of them. Do you know all 4,000?
No, not really.
Do you think he needs to? Probably not, because those are future clients.
Yeah.
At one time, you didn't know your spouse. You didn't know me at one time. We met through social media. We might have been 2s or 3s, casual ones. So because of the power of the casual connection and the ability to get relationships going electronically with people that we don't know who become people that we do know, who invite us to do shows with them. That's the power of LinkedIn. And the 3 degrees, that's the single biggest power. Profiles, 3 degrees.
Unbelievable. Mike, this is a subject matter that goes on and on and on as I talk to people around the country and even around the world. And certainly having somebody like you here to answer these questions with me so an audience can also participate in the learning process is a profound value. I do appreciate you taking the time to come. We need to do some more shows and dig deeper into LinkedIn about business on LinkedIn and what businesses can do. So would you come back?
Sure, that's what my business does, Jay.
Michael, appreciate you coming here. Thank you again for joining us on the Relationship Economy, brought to you by Social Media Broadcast Network. And stay tuned and stay connected.